I'm Yolande Poirier from Oracle Technology Network, and I'm here today at Devoxx France talking to Stephan Janssen. Stephan, hi.
Hello, Yolande.
So we call you the father of Devoxx. So why is that?
Yeah. Well, the main reason is, of course, I've started JavaPolis in 2001. Before that, I already was running the Belgian Java User Group for about 4 years, and it was basically out of a necessity to have a local Java conference in Europe. We all, as Java developers, did every year a pilgrimage to Java 1 in San Francisco, but as you know, it's so expensive. So that was why we really needed an alternative in Europe. And I started that in 2001. We had like 750 people for the first edition, and ever since, every year it grew with like 30%. So it was like 900, 1,200, basically until we maxed out the venue, which is now at 3,450 people. So that's really amazing, and that's after 11, 12 years basically. And some people said, like, well, if the venue is maxed out, so if you can't scale vertically, you have to start scaling horizontally. So that's why we started last year, Devoxx France, with the Paris JUG and Antonio and his team. That was also sold out after 2 weeks. So we had to okay, if that's sold out, we need to do another one. So it was a franchise model, which really worked very well, because that still gives them their independence and they can do whatever they want, but have still the Devoxx feel to it. And then this year we decided also with the London Java User Group to start the Devoxx UK edition, which was in the same week as this week. So it was like back to back, first 2 days in London and then 3 days in Paris. And together we have like 5,500 Devoxians in 1 year. So that's really a lot, 5,500. And to top that up, because if you add the numbers up, it's only 5,450 or 430. But we also started Devoxx for Kids this year. And we had about 70 children between 10 and 14, which had multiple workshops on Scratch, Lego Mindstorms, and the Now robot. And I would say I got a lot of very good energy out of that, because seeing children play with engineering and robots that touches your heart. So that was a really positive experience, which we ran with different people. And now that's also going global. We have one in France, one is going to start in the Netherlands, we'll do one in the UK and in Norway. So yeah, that's in a nutshell all about Devoxx.
So Devoxx is not your usual Java developer conference. So how different is Devoxx?
Yeah, Devoxx. I think one of the baselines we use for Devoxx is it's by developers for developers. And I really think that does make a big difference, is that I'm still a developer, I still compile on a daily basis, and all the people who run the different Devoxx editions, they're all developers. So they really know what the problem is that we need to solve, what the information is we need to provide. We know what's hot, what's not, what rockstar speakers we need to have, but even more importantly, the casual atmosphere. You don't have to be dressed up in a tie, you can just come in a t-shirt, have fun. Relaxed. And another very important aspect is, of course, the price. It needs to be very democratic, and so by having lots of sponsors, we can actually drop the entrance fee to like 350 euros, and as a result we have instead the developers instead of the managers of the developers. And I think that does make a big difference. A lot of the more corporate enterprise conferences are $1,500, $2,000, and then you get all the IT managers or the senior people, and we don't want that. And of course the only way to accomplish that is to work with a lot of volunteers, a lot of sponsors, and have a very good time. And the people who can't make it, we record all of the sessions, make them available online, and that doesn't cannibalize the attendees at all, because people see it online, they say, oh, the next time I want to be there. And as a result, it really goes like every year we grow with 30%. So yeah, that's a bit, I think, the features.
So what is next?
So what's next? I think definitely more Devoxx for Kids initiatives need to be started. It doesn't have to be called Devoxx. I know GCon, our friends from Poland who run the user group, did a GCon for kids. So whatever we do for kids, I think that's important, because that way we can get more children, and maybe even specifically also girls involved in IT, because it's between 10 and 14 that they decide what career they might do. And then I think I will not do another edition of Devoxx in a different city this year because I first want to have the UK and a very healthy and have more attendees there. But then maybe next year, who knows, we might go to another continent. Maybe Brazil, who knows, or China. We'll see, but we need to find the right people.
Thank you so much for talking to us today.